Hello, this is Torn that connect the political dots. The Republican National Convention is only a few weeks away. Donald Trump is the presumptive nominee. He has more delegates than he needs to be the nominee. And what's supposed to happen is this. Since he got all these primary votes, they go to the convention, they do a roll call of the states, and all the states give all their delegate counts and their votes. Donald Trump is the nominee. He is now running against Hillary Clinton for the president of the United States on the Republican ticket. This is what a lot of people see happening. I don't see this happening. I see something very different happening, but I'll get into that in a minute. Donald Trump is and has been a double agent. A quite obvious double agent in my view, but to some people he is just a Republican. Okay, even though for the first 68 years of his life he was a Democrat, even though for the first 68 years of his life he supported Democrats, donated to Democrats, had Democrat liberal views on abortion, on guns, on all that kind of good stuff, they still believe he's Republican today. So let them believe what they want to believe. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to the delegates. I'm talking to the delegates because you know better. You see he's a double agent. You know it. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let this double agent slip through? Or are you going to let the man that says, hey, that's my African American. Hey, everybody, look at my African American right there. That's my African American. It's mine. Are you going to let that slide? Are you going to let the fact that he's attacking a Mexican judge for being Mexican and not being able to rule on his case because he's Mexican? Are you going to do that? I don't think so. I don't think you as delegate are going to allow that to happen. I got your back on that too. And I'm going to get as many people as I can to get your back on that. Because we cannot let this man represent the Republican Party. We can't. It just can't happen. Understand, if he represents the Republican Party now with those views, all of those Democrats for all of those years that were saying, well, the Dixiecrats all became Republicans and the Republicans and now all the racists are going to have credence to that argument. Because look who we nominated to be the President of the United States. There are some iconic iconic battles that have happened in this country. I'm going to use one. I'm going to use the Alamo. Okay? Even though the Alamo happened before it was officially part of the United States, the Alamo speaks to what the United States is. Santa Anna wanted William B. Travis to return a cannon. So he sent to them and said, hey, give us that cannon. Of course, he had surrounded the Alamo with thousands of Mexican soldiers. And William B. Travis said, come get it. What Santa Anna was actually saying was, surrender your cannon, surrender your fort. You're now part of Mexico. William B. Travis was not going to do that. Nor were the men that were in there with him. Sam Bowie, Daniel Boone, all these men were at the Alamo. Some of the greatest men in American folklore that I grew up with and knew as a kid, but today's kids don't really know. I'll get to that in a future vlog. So a battle ensued. Santa Anna, with overwhelming numbers, took the fort, killed all within it. But that's one of the greatest battles in American history. Because it was fought on a principle, and that principle survived. It survived when Sam Houston ran into Santa Anna and destroyed his army. Unfortunately, let Santa Anna go. I don't know why I did that. But that made Texas what it is today. That's why Texas is the state that it is, with the freedoms that it has. The Alamo is always remembered. This Republican National Convention needs to be our Alamo. The only difference is no guns, no bayonets, no cannons. No one's going to kill you. We're not asking you to kill anybody. We're asking you to vote the principle for which you were nominated to be a delegate. A Republican delegate. Look at the platform that the Republican Party is going to write. Read it. If the candidate that they're asking you to vote for does not follow that platform, has not followed that platform, is actually juxtaposition to that platform, you can't vote for him. And when you don't vote for him, there's not going to be a bullet to your head. There's not going to be a cannon blast. Santa Anna's army is not waiting outside of the Cleveland Convention Center to get you. You're going to go home. And you're going to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I did the right thing. Because voting for Donald Trump would be the wrong thing. And if you know that, you have to vote accordingly. You know, Donald Trump praised the Chinese government for what they did in Tiananmen Square. That was showing force. That was conviction. He praised it. There was a man that stood in front of a tank at Tiananmen Square. Donald Trump didn't say anything about him. He praised the Chinese government, but not the individual citizen that stood in front of a tank and said, what are you doing? We're your people. You are me. We are us. You don't want to kill us. We're Chinese. You're Chinese. We are people. We are just demonstrating peacefully in Tiananmen Square. Why is your tank here? And when the tank tried to move to the side, the man moved to the side to stop the tank. What are you doing? Ted Cruz is that man in front of the tank. And he has been this whole entire time. Donald Trump is the Chinese government. He'd run him down. You have a choice as a delegate. You can do what Donald Trump and the RNC have set you up to do, and then vote for a man that does not represent you in any way, shape, or form, or you can jump out of the tank and join Ted Cruz on the ground. You can do that. This is your choice. Make your choice. No repercussions will come to you for it. And you'll be able to sleep well at night and look at yourself in the mirror in the morning. The Republican National Convention can be our Waterloo. We can stop the tyrant. Hannibal is at the gates. We can stop it. Vote principle, vote your conscience, and do not be forced into voting for what you undeniably do not believe in. And do not vote for someone that undeniably does not believe in what you